This is the WJTS News. In the news tonight, 4 people escape injury in serious crash. Streets closed in Huntingburg. Wanted Perry County man. Kurt Guxell will be in with sports, and our WJTS Informed segment continues with Jan Dugan. On our Monday with the Mayor segment, we speak with Jasper Mayor Dean Vonderheide. All to come on WJTS TV News. I'm Jenna Schaffer with the news. 4 people escaped serious injuries in an early morning car crash. 19-year-old Candace Ozer of Vernon, 52-year-old Chris Ferguson, and 23-year-old Brandon Masterson of Grandview were all traveling northbound on US 231 and slowed down for traffic at around 5:40 this Monday morning. 21-year-old Destiny Goffinet of Dale was traveling behind Masterson but did not stop in time, rear-ending Masterson's Newport. This impact pushed the Newport into Ferguson's GMT and the GMT into Ozer's Equinox. Masterson's Newport continued going off the east side of the roadway, coming to a final rest, striking a guardrail. Both Goffinet's Corolla and Masterson's Newport are totaled. Ferguson's GMT and Ozer's Equinox suffered no visible damage. No injuries were reported. Officials closed the roadway for about 1 hour while crews cleared the scene and Cars Wrecker Service assisted at the scene. Kimmel International Incorporated recently honored employees achieving the 35 years of service milestone with a special event at the newly renovated headquarters campus in Jasper. For a complete list of those honored, head to our website, WJTS.tv. Chief Administrative Officer Lonnie Nicholson says that the employees helped evolve Kimmel International into the company it is today. A wanted Perry County man was arrested for warrants from 3 different counties. On Saturday at approximately 6:40 p.m., troopers went to 610 St. Louis Avenue in Cannleton in hopes of tracking down and arresting Pete Paris III, who was wanted on 3 different warrants from 3 different counties. While at the residence, the troopers were told that Paris was not at the home, but possibly next door. Officers then went next door where they were able to locate Paris. Paris was then taken into custody. Upon further investigation, Paris was found to have a syringe on his person, which is an additional charge. Paris was then transported to the Perry County Jail where he was housed. Paris is facing charges of theft, probation violation, operating while never licensed, and possession of a syringe. A Mount Vernon couple was arrested for child neglect last week. Indiana State Police initiated a criminal investigation after the Indiana Department of Child Services removed John and Tammy Crow's children from their Mount Vernon residence on November 13th due to dangerous and deplorable conditions. During the investigation, Indiana State Police Detective Wes Kuykendall and Trooper Trey Stewart revealed that Crow's 9 and 8-year-old sons were living in the upstairs portion of the residence and were often locked upstairs for long periods of time. There were several large holes in the walls and no electrical service to the light fixtures upstairs. There was one portable light set up, powered by an extension cord. The boys were also required to use a plastic jug when they had to use the restroom because there wasn't a restroom upstairs. The glass in a bedroom window was missing, exposing the boys to the outside elements and cold temperatures. The upstairs bedroom was heated only by an electrical fan mounted near the stairwell downstairs when the door was open and not locked. The Posey County Prosecutor's Office reviewed the investigation and issued arrest warrants for 53-year-old Tammy and 55-year-old John Crow. They were arrested Friday evening at their residence without incident. They were both taken to the Posey County Jail, where they are currently being held on bond. Both Tammy and John Crow are being charged with a Class 6 felony count of neglect of a dependent. The Gibson County Sheriff's Office arrested a Princeton man on DUI charges this past weekend. On Saturday morning, just after 1:15 a.m., a red 1997 Ford pickup was stopped on US 41 near County Road 350 South. Upon approaching the vehicle, Deputy U.B. Smith identified the driver as 28-year-old Riley Brink of Princeton. While speaking with Mr. Brink, Deputy Smith detected the odor of an alcoholic beverage. At that point, Deputy Smith began a roadside DUI investigation. At the conclusion of his investigation, Deputy Smith transported Mr. Brink to the Gibson County Jail, where he was charged with operating a vehicle while intoxicated. He has since posted a $450 bond. On December 19, 2019, one of the familiar sights and sounds of the holiday season will return to Washington for the 29th consecutive year. Sirens will blare, red and blue lights will flash, and over 100 area law enforcement officers and firefighters, along with Daviess County Probation Department and Community Corrections, spouses, friends, and other guest shoppers will be in the Christmas spirit. Why? Because they will be escorting the children from area Head Start schools and Kid Stuff Preschool at Four Rivers DSI to this year's annual FOP Cops and Kids. Cops and Kids has grown every year since the beginning in 1991. Last year, over $21,000 was donated to the Fraternal Order of Police and spent on 170 children of 3 Head Start schools in Daviess and Martin counties and Four Rivers Preschool. The donations came from area fraternal organizations, businesses, clubs, individuals, Walmart Foundation, and some area school children. The money was spent on a wide variety of clothing, from underwear to winter coats or whatever a certain child may need. The wants and needs of children, along with their sizes, are compiled on a master list days in advance. Individual cards are then given to the police officer or firefighter who is shopping with that child. After the cops and kids pick out what the child needs, then to the toy department they go to spend the rest of the money reserved for that child. Last year, approximately $125 was spent on each child, not including the fruit, candy, and lunch. After the shopping is complete, the caravan will move from Walmart to the Conservation Club, where the children and their escorts will be treated to Happy Meals and other sandwiches and drinks donated by McDonald's and Subway of Washington. As an added treat again this year, Scoops will be providing ice cream for all to enjoy for dessert. Santa will be along on the trip again this year and will distribute fruit and candy while he visits with children after they have time to eat. Also assisting Santa last year were McGruff, the crime dog, Sparky, the fire prevention pup, and the Grinch. To complete this day, the children will have a police escort back to the school. The packages will be sorted by officers and the school staff to assure the children have the right goodies and gifts. The officers and other volunteers will then wish their new little friends happy holidays before they depart. This experience will be a good memory in the hearts of everyone who participates in this year's Cops and Kids. Donations may be made to FOP Cops and Kids in Washington to Project Chairman Steve Riney, Washington Police Department, Daviess County Sheriff Gary Allison, Odentown Marshal Scott Noble, Lagodi City Police Chief Kelly Rahill, or Martin County Sheriff Travis Roush. For further information, questions, or comments, please contact Project Chairman Steve Riney at 812-698-3254 or sriney2014@gmail.com. A record-breaking number of people will hit the road or sky this week. AAA says more than 55 million people are planning to travel 50 miles or more away from home this Thanksgiving. This will be the second highest Thanksgiving travel volume since 2005. Overall, an additional 1.6 million more people are traveling this year, and when compared to last year's numbers, this is a 2.9% increase. According to the AAA travel forecast, car travel is expected to increase nearly 3%, with 2019 volume on the road topping 49.3 million. 4.4 million Americans are expected to take the skies this Thanksgiving season, and the number of people traveling by other modes, such as trains or buses, will increase by 1.4% to 1.49 million people. For more information, head to newsroom.aaa.com. Stay tuned. Weather, sports, and our WJTS Informed segment are coming up next on 18 WJTS.